What's up, guys, and welcome to another review in my Christopher Nolan series. And today I'm talking about The Dark Knight, possibly Christopher Nolan's best film. It probably is. This movie came out in 2008. I just saw it in the theater again last night. So if you're interested in a fun little vlog video that I did, returning to the movies, seeing it, definitely check that out. That's up now. But this is my review for The Dark Knight. I've never done a review for this movie on my channel before, and this is my spoiler-filled thoughts and review on this movie. Now, I haven't reviewed this movie on this channel. I've had plans to do it for years, but I haven't done it because this is such a big movie, and there's so much going on in it. It's a lot to tackle, and I just never really invested myself as maybe as much as I should have to prepare myself to do a video for it. But recently I've been on such a Christopher Nolan high, almost, to where I've been reviewing his movies, Batman Begins, The Prestige. I have reviews for Dunkirk and Interstellar up on this channel. And I said, okay, so it's time to do The Dark Knight. It's coming to my theater this weekend, so I gotta watch it in the theater and do a review on it, because to see this movie on the big screen and just take all of it in, it was the best opportunity to do so. And, you know, this is the second movie in this trilogy. It brings in Heath Ledger as the Joker. It brings in Maggie Gyllenhaal as Rachel. We have all the returning cast: Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Gary Oldman. You know, so many great actors in this movie. I mean, the ensemble that they got together for this trilogy is really something special. And of course, Christian Bale plays Bruce Wayne, Batman, and he's pushed to his limits in this movie, where at the beginning of it, we're sort of picking up the pieces after Batman Begins. The mob is now being taken over by this Maroni guy because Falcone is now in Arkham Asylum. And, you know, Harvey Dent is in this as the, Aaron Eckhart, I should say, is in this as Harvey Dent, the DA of Gotham. And we get introduced to all this. The Joker comes in. He wants to basically kill Batman, and he's getting involved with the mob. And there's just a lot going on here that I'm probably doing a poor job of explaining. But if you watch this movie, it is so immersive. Like, just from the first scene, that opening prologue where we have all the Joker's goons and they're being taken out one by one by each other, where it's the last man standing who is the Joker. Such an amazing prologue to this movie, just to see the Joker's mindset and how chaotic it really is, and how he really doesn't care about anybody but himself almost. And, you know, he really has no rules. That's one of his best lines. You know, the only way to live in this world is without rules. And Heath Ledger portrays the Joker so well in this movie. I can't even put into words how good his performance is. Like, he becomes this agent of chaos, really. And it was such a shame that he didn't even get to see the finished film. You know, he won the Oscar for this. He won so many awards for this, and he wasn't even able to accept them himself due to his early passing. And it is such a shame, because he is such an incredible actor. Even if you go to a film like Brokeback Mountain, where I believe he got an Oscar nomination for, he is such an incredible actor, and he left a totally amazing legacy behind him. Like, I can't put into words how good he is in this movie. And his chemistry with everybody else is so good as well. And I mean, the chemistry between all the actors. I mean, the acting in this movie is great. Christopher Nolan really gets great performances out of the actors, and the directing and the writing is so spot on. Like, Christopher Nolan went into making this movie with such detail, and the script to this movie, that I believe he did co-write with his brother, Jonathan Nolan. Yeah, he co-wrote it with his brother. And just the way that certain things happen and the way the story progresses, it is so smart. And there's so many underlying things that are going on with, like, the White Knight and the Dark Knight, the Agent of Chaos, and Batman, who is this vigilante for justice. And there's just so many things that are going on in this movie that work so well together. And this is such a thought-provoking film. It really is. I mean, it's not just your average superhero movie. This is one of the most well-written movies I think I've ever seen. And the sound editing. I don't mention sound a lot in my reviews, but when it's called for, I do. The sound editing and the sound like mixing in this movie is off the charts. Like, even if you just watch this on Blu-ray, it sounds incredible. The 4K sounds even better. You go to see this in the theater, and those sounds, like the score and the sound effects, just the way that it's edited and mixed, is phenomenal. Like, this is one of the best sounding movies I've ever seen. Like, the filmmaking on this film is just top notch. The filmmaking, it's just everything about it. The acting, the cinematography by Wally Feister, the IMAX cinematography, which, you know, you have some amazing IMAX sequences, the amazing screenplay. Like, it might just sound like I'm gushing over this movie, but I really am. You know, and I wanted to rewatch it before I just sat down in front of the camera and was like, yeah, good movie, you know, great movie, great blah, 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 blah. I wanted to watch it again and actually just kind of analyze it almost before sitting in front of you and giving you a review for it. You know, I wanted to be truthful. I didn't just want to be like fanboying. And honestly, this is one of the best movies ever made. And it's a shame that it didn't get nominated for Best Picture. The uproar for that was so huge that the following year they went up to 10 nominees for Best Picture instead of 5. Even though the Oscars is kind of a popularity contest in the end of the day, it is still kind of fun to look back and see what did get in and what didn't. And, you know, this did get nominated for a lot of stuff, and it won. I think it did win for sound editing, and I think Heath Ledger also won, and it might have won a couple other things as well. But in the end of the day, just looking at this film on its own, it's incredible, and it is such a great companion piece to Batman Begins. And it took that movie and it basically amped everything up without making it a little overly goofy and nonsensical. Like, Kingsman: The Secret Service was basically a great movie, and then when they did The Golden Circle, they upped the ante, but they did it a little too much, and it was a little too much for me. This movie ups the ante, but they do it with such care and such precision. And before I end this, I do want to mention the score, the amazing score by Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard. They use a lot of the themes from the Batman Begins, but they do add a lot of new stuff. Like, Hans Zimmer's theme for the Joker is so unnerving, and it gets under your skin in all the right ways. Just everything about this damn movie works. How there's, like, this is a mob movie, it's a drama, it's a superhero movie. You could even look at it as a sort of a romance film. So it works on all fronts. And Christopher Nolan, look, he's one of the best filmmakers we have working today, and I cannot wait to see Tenet. I cannot wait to see that movie, and I'm pretty sure it will be coming out September 3rd or something like that, so we're not too far off, so I cannot wait to go and see that. I can't wait to see what he has in store for us. It already looks totally mind-bending, but a lot of his movies are. But for The Dark Knight, look, this is a 5 out of 5 movie. It is the best comic book movie ever made. I know in my most recent 4K entire 4K collection video, I did say Avengers Endgame and Infinity War are the best comic book movies of all time, but this is number one. I think Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, I do have to rewatch Dark Knight Rises, but as a whole, it's the best comic book movie ever made. It's the best vision and just everything that they brought to this. Such skill and precision and class and just everything works so well. I'd probably say like Infinity War and Endgame is maybe like the second greatest comic book movie ever made. I don't know. That's kind of cheating in the rankings, but yeah. So guys, comment your thoughts on The Dark Knight. Did you just watch this recently? Have you seen it since it came out? What are your thoughts on it? Do you own it? Do you plan on picking it up? What's your thoughts overall? Heath Ledger, whatever you want to comment about the movie, feel free to do so. And also, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, to watch my other Christopher Nolan reviews, my upcoming Christopher Nolan reviews, including like Inception And I'm planning on watching some of his older films as well, like Memento and Insomnia, which I haven't seen yet, all leading up to Tenet. Also, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links to those are in the description of this video. And yeah, guys, that's been it. Thank you so much for watching my review for The Dark Knight. Now, before I leave, I did do some Joker impressions. So yeah, you guys can enjoy me doing some Heath Ledger Joker impressions. So, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
See, the only sensible way to live in this world is without rules. And tonight you're gonna break your one rule. Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. Why so serious? See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. Guy like me. Look, listen. I know why you choose to hold your group therapy sessions in broad daylight. I know why you don't go out at night. The Batman. See, Batman has shown Gotham its true colors, unfortunately. Dent, he's only the beginning. And for the television's so-called plan, Batman will find him and make him squeal. See, I know the squealers. And let's put a smile